Would you rather fight Arkham Knight Batman or Insomniac Spider-Man?
Would you rather fight a year 20 Batman or an angry, depressed Spider-Man?
Or Spider-Man not talking? The answer is Batman.
Now, this argument has been quite popular in recent years, and what always annoys me isn't the fact that people tend to gravitate to one side and would rather fight Batman, but they be out here talking about, well, the reasonable choice is Batman, as if picking a fight with Batman is a reasonable thing to do. And if people be acting like if they were in Squid Games and they were told to fight Spider-Man, they would fall to their knees, scared, damn near petrified, but if they were told that the second option would be Batman, they would gladly take it like, my nigga, what? Anyways, this is a stupid argument, and in this video I want to prove to you that both options are scuffed, and we'll have 2 rounds against the 2 versions of each character that usually get brought up in these conversations. So round 1 is against normal Spider-Man. Now first up, you right now watching this video, you are not beating Spider-Man, and I don't care if you're Khabib, the world's strongest man, or the updated version of Mark, you are not beating Spider-Man, cause this man has most of his stats set to max. So if he catches you committing a crime and both of you have to fight, he is definitely going to beat your ass. And the crazy thing is that he'll be beating your ass while talking shit, which is just, sad. And you can't even get angry and bring out a gun because you'll still lose. Plus, you won't be letting a single hit. But now, I'm sure most of us are familiar with Spider-Man's moral code that he got from Uncle Ben. Something like great power and thick villains, and so Spider-Man doesn't kill. And besides that, he's this very chill and relaxed guy who, let's not forget, fights crazy villains who look like they hit the gym and use steroids almost every single day.
What is that?
And has even traded blows with the Hulk. But again, if Spider-Man caught you, a regular person, committing a crime, he'll most likely web you to a wall or lecture you about your actions, which is very annoying, but heroic. And worst case scenario, just knocks you out in just one hit. And all in all, bro's just doing this for the love of the game, and this is a 10 out of 10 would recommend. And now, let's go to the second man, the normal Batman. And again, I will repeat this. You watching this video right now, you are not beating Batman. I don't care if you're 250, Anatoly, or the potential of a great singer, you're not beating this Batman. But if you're not convinced about his strength, this man is roughly 180 kg, 120 centimeters, and for the freedom people, Batman is roughly 6'2" and weighs about 2 Steph Currys put together. So he's a very chunky boy. And as for his fighting abilities, I don't know how, but bro knows damn near all the martial arts under the sun. And if you are still not convinced, he can most likely one-tap all the animals in the animal kingdom, including a bear. And I know Joe Rogan will start spazzing if you heard that. Cause besides all the accolades and crimes we can give him for just fighting his crazy villains, the same way he fights normal people, but Batman has not only punched Darkseid in the face, making this man take a step back, but I want y'all to listen to this closely. Batman has once one-tapped the Hulk. And let me repeat this for the people at the back. Batman has once one-tapped the Hulk, the same person Spider-Man struggles with. And before someone asks, did you get this info from Wikipedia or better yet Yahoo? No. Shh. And I have some receipts. The Crisis. Now, I haven't read a comic book in a very long time, but this is an actual thing, and perhaps the fact that Thanos needed more hits to lay Hulk out, and Tony needs a suit. But just look at Hulk's face. When has this man ever looked in such pain? I know Hulk is in there looking at Bruce like,
Help me! Help me! Nigga!
And don't y'all sleep on Timo version of Hulk, because before the recent years, comic book characters were weaker in comparison to their earlier versions, and as time passed on, the newer versions became weaker and weaker, so the more Hulk looks like a caveman, the stronger he is, and so he is very strong. And for those curious, here's the source.
That's a nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Now, we all know Batman, right? He broods, doesn't smile a lot, and doesn't enjoy fighting crime, but he does it anyway. Which brings us to the first problem. If Batman catches you committing a crime, he's treating you the same way American people be treating black people. And it doesn't matter what the crime is. You could have been jaywalking, actually stealing crime from a baby, or killed multiple people. He will treat you the same way with a delicious combo. And this man Bruce doesn't hold back one bit. He's overpowered and heavy ass. Not only needs to be nerfed, but he goes all out, hitting spin moves and combos on regular people. And I'm sure his goal is to make sure that you feel the maximum amount of pain without actually killing you. Because if he's not enjoying himself, neither are you. And now for the question, if you're committing a crime and you turn around, which of these 2 would you want to see? And my answer is simple. Tell Aunt May to run me my hands, because I would rather die before facing Batman. And don't I really think that just because Spider-Man greased up 2 CEOs, I'd be scared? I just saw Luigi do that, not Luigi. And they still had time for McDonald's. Well, not really. So it's nothing new to me. Because remember now, both of these guys don't kill people. But only one of these guys will break every bone in my body. And that's why I was talk like, bro, what? It would be nighttime, and me and my homie could be out here doing our jobs, guarding the place. And my homie starts talking about Batman ain't that scary, only for him to get proven wrong within 0.1 second. And the sad thing is that Batman be hitting all these moves on everybody but the Joker. And since I'm no clown, my black ass is definitely getting hit with this combo on screen. And worse yet, this. But if you're still unconvinced, look at this. Like, bruv, who wants these problems? I'm sure he stopped that man's bloodline from committing a crime again, permanently. Cause you can take a crazy amount of damage, but since he doesn't kill people, you'd live. And although this man be out here putting all the time, I think he's enjoying this, cause look at this. Like, first of all, Gotham villains are a different breed. But if you are still unconvinced, look at this. So this man, holding a gun, turns to see Batman and having the advantage, he chose not to get involved. And I know this is some type of glazing, but do you know how scary it is to scare someone who's holding a gun? A show on that. But do you know what the sad thing about this is? Is that he still took a beating, like bro, what? And the crazy thing is that Batman will beat you up for less. Heck, Batman will beat you up just because your cousin works for the Joker. He'll break into your house at night, and you could be naked laying down pipe, but he'll still beat you up talking about now talk. Like bro, let me get my freak on. And the annoying thing is that he be telling these things to his kids. Cause what is this? Before someone asks about Insomniac Spider-Man talking about, well, isn't he more cruel than normal Spider-Man? But I'm telling you that he's at the level of regular Batman, and Arkham Batman is worse than him, so how can these two be measured? So again, tell Mary Jane and Aunt May, or Harry Osborn to run me these hands. And I know most of y'all don't really agree, because what is this? And someone really chose both. Nah. Now let's go for round 2. This time it's Spider-Man, but instead of him being, chill and relaxed, he's angry that's not doing this for the love of the game. You probably heard Uncle Ben talking about what was great power and responsibility and said, nah, fuck all that. Because he doesn't hold back one bit. I mean, his actions are crazy. From breaking into prison just so he can beat up Kingpin and gripping him with his skin. Just because Aunt May was in the hospital. To slapping this man so hard that his skin tears off. To effortlessly killing multiple of his villains while they were jumping him. To fighting the Avengers. And the extreme version of this man actually killed Kingpin. So this man isn't something to be taken lightly. And if you catch you committing a crime, you are in for a world of pain and possibly death. But I will tell you this, even with all that, tell Aunt May to run me these hands. And yes, I will beat up an old lady before I even think of fighting a Batman or any version of Batman. Because let me get straight to the point. The extreme version of this man is the Batman who laughs, who started off in the first issue by surprisingly killing Joker, which I know, finally. But after that, he turned his family into versions of himself, or Joker. And even beat the Justice League, which includes that crackhead Kryptonian, and the Flash. And no, not CW Flash, but the actual Flash. And also, to take away this man's son, and Mr. Almighty becomes gimme some please. And to make matters worse, this man turned the Flash into a living battery for his car. And because of that, he discovers the multiverse, and proceeds to beat multiple other versions of not only Batman, but the Justice League. All the while aura farming, cause why does he look this clean? And you remember how regular Batman would waste 20 minutes of his limited lifespan just beating you up and make sure that you don't die. This version of Batman will waste days just torturing you and even make efforts to keep you alive, just to then kill you. So again, tell Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane to run me these hands, because the heck I am fighting this man. Because at least with Spider-Man, there's other versions of him, which is, Gwen Stacy, Miles Morales, Miles with no morals, which I can totally beat if I bring Haley with me. So I pick Spider-Man any day. And that's all, folks. What's one to say that?
I'll just say that.
Legally?
Legally?
Anyway, I want to give a shout out to Cat the dog. Not that he needs it from me, but bro, thanks for the shout out you gave me. You'll never know how much it means to me. Like, you didn't have to, but you did. And I appreciate it. And what does Stewie say to Brian? You might be a dog, but you're a pretty cool cat. But I want to say, don't worry about me, bruv. For February at least, I'll be locked in like Diddy's waiting for me if I fail. Like, I realize something. My stuff may not be garbage, but it's not as good as I think it is. So I plan to lock in like crazy. Also, it's crazy how Escom took the power and you still dropped. Like, I need to do better. But anyways, man, you're on your way and you need to focus. So keep up the good work and thanks, man. I appreciate it.